June 2023 has its focus on introspection, personal growth, and self-reflection. Socially, it seems to be a pretty good month, but internally we could experience a feeling of disconnect between our ideal self and reality. Throughout the month, opportunities for self-expression, creativity, and healing seem to pop up, and as the month ends, the focus shifts to transforming ourselves for the better and building trust in personal relationships. A deep introspection and reassessment of our dreams and beliefs is on its way. But let's dive deeper as we check out each individual week now. As June starts, a trine between Venus and Neptune might have positive effects on our social life. As a transit characterized by openness, kindness, and harmony, this could be a time of ease in communication and romance. While socially things seem to be going pretty well, we might experience some inner turmoil now. There could be a palpable disconnect between our ideal version of ourselves and the real one. As the full moon rises on the 4th, we might become even more aware of what has been lacking in our lives, especially related to our spiritual growth. This full moon is happening in Sagittarius, illuminating a conflict between our rationality and our intuition. We might realize now that we need a goal, mission, or philosophy in our lives in order to feel safe. A conjunction between Mercury and Uranus could mean our intuition is spot on right now, but be aware it could also indicate sensory overload. Either way, the Sagittarius moon is known for its optimism, allowing for us to more than ever trust that things will work themselves out in the end. On the 5th, we see Venus entering Leo, making our expression of love prideful and grand. This placement is marked by its overly romanticized view on relationships. We feed now on attention and validation, and thanks to the moon having moved into Capricorn, we tend to be especially ambitious in our emotional pursuits. Some of us could also experience an intense emotional and sexual attraction now, while others might see issues in close relationships coming to the surface, possibly in a very disruptive way. Either way, it is advisable to be cautious of our own tendency towards compulsive behavior now. In summary, this first week of June, we are seemingly driven by a need for innovation and progress while analyzing our own lives. Personal growth is at the forefront, a great opportunity to be honest with ourselves about what life we actually want, who we want in it, and what we need to change to make it happen. Our intuition is likely still running high as we tend to be more sensitive this second week. A great time to take use of our imagination and express ourselves artistically. We seem to also benefit from increased confidence, assertiveness, and self-expression, allowing for us to actively work towards self-growth. We could experience impatience because we are so keen on reaching our personal goals. So it is recommended to keep perspective and give ourselves the grace and time to do so. With Mercury entering Gemini on the 11th, discussing ideas and philosophies is extra fun now. Under this transit, we might find ourselves with racy minds, getting bored more easily, and ending up losing track more often. Keep an eye out for your dreams during this week, as there might be some insight incoming. Our good mood could lead now to overindulgence, overstating, or overdoing. So make sure to take an extra moment to think things through before acting. Pluto, currently in retrograde, is swooping from Aquarius into Capricorn on the 11th as well. This movement could intensify our urge to gain control over our lives. We might question existing structures and systems, want to dismantle and rebuild them so they are more aligned with our personal transformation. Digging deep into our psyche and analyzing our own patterns in an effort to understand them could be very fruitful under this transit. This third week, we seem to be quite motivated to get shit done and be as effective as possible, but might likely keep our plans more to ourselves. On the 17th, Saturn starts his retrograde in Pisces, a motion it will be in for the next 4.5 months. When Saturn is retrograde in Pisces, we might experience a need to revisit our emotional and spiritual foundations. Themes such as the subconscious mind, dreams, and intuition are being introspected upon now. Saturn's influence could help individuals establish better emotional boundaries, release emotional baggage, and develop a stronger sense of self-discipline in regards to our spiritual and emotional pursuits. On the same day, we see a sextile between Mercury and Venus, marking this also as a good day for socializing and unwinding. The following day, a new moon in Gemini paints the sky, a transit related to improving our communicational skills by listening and learning from others, making this an excellent time for change and recommitting to our personal goals. We tend to be more sensitive than usual and maybe feel a little scatterbrained. Artistic or spiritual pursuits might come easier to us now than straightforward, factual thinking. As the week goes on, balanced growth and expansion seems to still haunt our minds. Optimism and opportunity gets interlaced with practicality and discipline, with Jupiter sextiling Saturn on the 19th, enabling us to make steady progress towards our goals. On the 21st, we see the Sun moving into Cancer, marking the beginning of summer and the longest day of the year on the Northern Hemisphere. If you're located on the Southern Hemisphere, this day will mark the winter solstice and be the shortest day of the year. Under this influence, our emotions, our home life, and our sense of security are at the forefront. We tend to want to nurture and be nurtured now. A favorable time for introspection, deepening relationships, and exploring personal boundaries, as well as celebrating light, abundance, and fertility. Mental alertness, passion, and rebellious authenticity are also being highlighted towards the end of the third week. Authenticity is seemingly still on our minds as we move on to the fourth week of June. We likely feel more aligned with our sense of purpose now, as if who we are becoming is who we actually want to become. Astrologically, this week seems to be an excellent period for opening up communication with others. The power of words is intuitively understood, and we tend to want to heal and comfort ourselves and others with it now. As Mars trines Chiron, the wounded healer, on the 23rd, an opportunity to take action towards healing or teaching might also arise now. Addressing our own problem areas is favored, as this transit leaves us more fearless than ever, with extra self-confidence. We might struggle though when it comes to communicating clearly, as our mind might be stuck in the clouds a little too much now. When dealing with unexpected situations, a square between Mars and Uranus on the 26th might influence us to act impulsively. We might also become pushier than usual under this transit, so be aware of that. As the month comes to an end, our focus seems to have narrowed in on transforming ourselves for the better. There is a tendency to feel more aligned with our deepest needs and value quality over quantity. Healing personal relationships seems to be important to us now as well. We more easily see beauty in human weakness, wanting to work on building trust within these relationships rather than finding who or what to blame. Productivity might be slower now, but it seems to be steady as long as we look reality in the eye and take personal responsibility for our lives. A good time to get organized and prepare for the future. As Neptune joins the retrograde club on the 30th, our need for self-reflection and inner exploration gets highlighted further. For the next 5 months, we are being encouraged to delve extra deep into our subconscious as well as our beliefs. A reassessment of our dreams, ideals, and aspirations might be incoming, as we start to distinguish between genuine inspiration and unrealistic fantasies. This is it, folks. We've reached the end of this June 2023 forecast. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and good luck on your journey. I hope to see you soon. Bye.